Hi everybody, I'm Rick Moyer. Welcome tonight. I'm so excited about presenting to you 6 more individuals in our community that have overcome amazing obstacles to be where they're at today. And I think you're going to enjoy their stories. We're going to start at the very first one in Montesano. Her name is Jessie, and she has had an amazing impact on the harbor. Jessie's life is a beautiful story of courage, independence, and the power of believing in what is possible. From the very beginning, Jessie was surrounded by parents, family, and friends whose love, determination, and belief helped shape not only her future, but the future of many others. At a time when opportunities for people with disabilities were limited, Jessie's parents worked tirelessly to help create change. They attended meetings, advocated for school, work, and community services, and inspired others to believe that people with disabilities deserve the same opportunities to learn, work, and belong in their communities. Because of their dedication and leadership, doors opened for many individuals and families who followed. Their legacy continues today through Jessie and through the countless lives that have been made brighter because of their vision. Born on April 1st, 1969, Jessie grew up in Montesano, surrounded by family, encouragement, and opportunity. She grew up alongside her brother and was never treated any differently. She was included in everything and encouraged to experience life just like everyone else. Jessie and her brother even graduated Montesano High School together, an important milestone that reflected both her determination and the strong support of her family and community. During her school years, Jessie was active and well-liked by her classmates. She participated in activities, built many friendships, and enjoyed being part of the life of the school. Even today, Jessie loves to pull out her old yearbooks and flip through the pages. With a smile, she can often point out classmates and recall their names and memories from those years. It's clear those friendships meant a great deal to her. Jessie has always enjoyed staying active and being involved in her community. She participated in dance classes for many years, learning rhythm, counting, and coordination while building friendships. She also played in the school band, participated in softball, and was involved in 4-H, proudly attending the state fair twice. Jessie's parents believed strongly that the more people in the community knew and understood Jessie, the more successful she would be. Their belief proved true, as Jessie developed many friendships and became a familiar and valued part of the community. Jessie also volunteered with Hope from Horses, sharing her love of animals and helping others experience the special connection between people and horses. Today, she continues to enjoy yoga, walking, stretching, traveling, and cheering for her favorite teams, like the Seattle Mariners and Seahawks. From an early age, Jessie showed remarkable determination and independence. One story from her teenage years still brings smiles today. When Jessie was about 18, the road from her home along Wynoochee Road into town had just been paved, and she had recently learned to ride a bike. One day, she set out for a ride, but as the hours passed and Jessie hadn't returned, her parents began to worry. They had no idea how far she had gone. Then, Jessie's grandmother, who lived about 8 miles away in Montesano behind the courthouse, called and asked, "Did you know Jessie rode her bike all the way to my house?" That's when they realized just how far Jessie had traveled. Wynoochee Road is narrow and has no shoulder, so imagining her riding that long stretch of road made their worry quickly turn into panic. But along with the concern came an overwhelming sense of pride. Jessie had set out on her own and accomplished something remarkable. That ride became a perfect symbol of Jessie's spirit, determined, adventurous, and wonderfully independent. Jessie has always loved adventures in the outdoors. Horses became one of her greatest passions, leading to unforgettable experiences and lifelong memories. She rode horses in Ireland and participated in week-long trail rides. One of her most remarkable adventures was riding portions of the Pacific Crest Trail, which stretches from Mexico to Canada. Over several years, Jessie rode nearly 700 miles on that trail alongside her dad, helping care for the horses, assisting with camp, and writing about the experience in her journal. Her journal entries captured simple but heartfelt observations about the trail, wildlife, and everyday moments. One entry humorously noted, "The fly is bothering us. Very crazy." These adventures helped build Jessie's confidence, independence, and love of exploring the world. Her travels also took her to many incredible places, including Ireland, Scotland, South Africa, Disneyland, and even the Arctic, twice. On the Arctic voyage, the ship ran aground on a rock, but Jessie's adventurous spirit remained strong, and she later returned on another ship to explore the region again. Jessie's adventurous spirit didn't stop with travel and horses. It also found a home on the stage. Together with her dad, Jessie became involved with the Driftwood Players Theater, where she discovered the joy of acting and storytelling. Performing in front of an audience gave Jessie another way to express herself, building confidence and connecting with others. She proudly appeared in several productions, including Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, and many other plays over the years. For Jessie, the theater was more than just performing. It was about imagination, teamwork, and the excitement of bringing stories to life. Whether rehearsing lines, putting on costumes, or taking a bow at the end of the show, Jessie embraced every moment. Jessie's determination carried into her working life as well. She began her employment journey at Timberland Opportunities, one of the first programs providing employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities in Grays Harbor. She later worked on a janitorial crew through group employment before eventually finding a job that she loved the most. Jessie joined DSHS, where she worked proudly for more than 22 years.
My name is Angela Andrus, and I am a job coach with Coastal Community Action Program, and I was Jessie's job coach while she worked at DSHS. With working with Jessie was pretty incredible. She was a very hard worker. She did her job task by task and didn't miss a beat. Jessie's job was to make sure that the lobby was straight, neat, all the chairs were in a line. She also would create the workforce plackets when needed. She'd put the brochures inside, make sure they're and business cards, and make sure that they were stored in a place for the DSHS workers to be able to find them. One of her other favorite things to do was to collect shredding. And she would always find something to do that was good for Jessie to do. She'd always say, "That's a good job for Jessie to do." Oh, and the other thing is she had shared her birthday with one of her co-workers. Since her birthday is April 1st, they'd all have a big birthday party.
Her dedication, reliability, and positive attitude made her a valued employee and a friend to many coworkers. Jessie retired in January of 2025, celebrating a well-earned milestone after a long and meaningful career. Jessie has always valued independence, and she loves the comfort of a good, steady routine. After living with her parents as a young adult, Jessie reached another major milestone when she purchased her own home in downtown Montesano. For more than 20 years, she lived independently there. She loved being able to walk to the store, visit places around town, and take the bus to work. Jessie built a life that felt familiar and steady, filled with routines that helped her feel confident, organized, and in control of her day. Jessie's brother likes to share a story that perfectly captures how committed she is to the routines that work for her. One time, when he and his wife were visiting from out of state, they stopped by the bus station in Aberdeen to surprise Jessie and offer her a ride home from work. Jessie politely declined. She explained that Jerry, the bus driver, would be picking her up just like always. And even with family visiting, Jessie didn't skip her yoga class to stay home because Jessie knows what she likes, and she sticks to it. As her brother says with a smile, Jessie's got her routine, and she's gonna stick to it. And Jessie's routine don't stop there. Jessie knows exactly when it's time for lunch, 12 noon, right on schedule. And if you're making lunch with Jessie, you quickly learn she's very particular in the way she likes things done. For example, she has a certain way a turkey sandwich should be made, and she will happily walk you through step by step, making sure each part is just right. It's one of the many ways Jessie shows her independence, not just by sticking to her schedule, but by knowing what works for her and confidently guiding the people around her with clarity, humor, and heart. Jessie is also a giver by nature. She has a generous spirit, and she always enjoys helping others and being part of the community around her. In October 2023, Jessie thoughtfully made another important life decision. Recognize her changing needs. She moved into Welcome Home Family Living, an adult family home. What's your favorite quality that Jessie has? What do you love the most about her when you work with her?
Oh, that's easy. She just wakes up every morning smiling, like
she's
another day
always
to
in a
be
good
alive.
mood.
She just is smiling and happy.
Yeah.
She just is amazing. Nothing gets her down.
Wow, that's great.
She doesn't stress out about anything, you know. She doesn't have our stressors. It's like, I wish more people could be like that.
Yes, she's just happy to
It's
be
like,
here.
one day I thought, I was like, God, we stress out over the stupidest stuff, and look at her. She's just so happy. No, seriously. She's my favorite client.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate to say it, but
Yeah.
she's my favorite client.
She's
We'll
just
never
somebody-
have another
No.
Jessie. She's like,
There, Jessie continues to thrive in a warm and supportive environment. She's surrounded by caring staff, including staff who graduated a year ahead of Jessie, making the environment feel safe, even familiar and welcoming. Her new home and roommates provide companionship and support while still encouraging Jessie's independence and joyful spirit. Jessie also continues to share a special and close bond with her mom, brother, and sister-in-law. Even after the passing of her dad and the many changes life naturally brings, Jessie continues to move forward with grace, gratitude, and optimism. Through every chapter of life, Jessie has shown what it means to live with courage, kindness, and determination. She's embraced opportunities when they came, riding horses across hundreds of miles, traveling the world, performing on stage, building a long career, and living independently for decades. Jessie's story reminds us of something powerful. When people are believed in, supported, and included, they can live extraordinary lives. Today, Jessie continues to enjoy the simple joys that make life meaningful, staying active, sharing meals with family and friends, laughing often, and maybe even attending a Mariners game. Jessie truly has and is living her best life. And the best part of Jessie's story? It's still being written, one joyful chapter at a time. Our next video tonight highlights a gentleman named Brett. Brett is hysterical. I had no idea his sense of humor. What was hard about this video is that Brett is nonverbal. He can't hear and he can't speak, but oh boy can he communicate. He uses sign language and he has the greatest penmanship you've ever seen. So tonight, let's find out a little bit more about Brett. Brett was born on November 4th, 1967, and from the very beginning, his life has been guided by love, perseverance, and the belief that everyone deserves the opportunity to thrive. His journey has been shaped by the unwavering support of his devoted mother, Carolyn, along with family members, friends, educators, employers, and community programs who recognized his strengths and helped him build a full and meaningful life. During Carolyn's first trimester of pregnancy, she was unknowingly exposed to measles. The exposure led to Brett being born deaf and experiencing mobility challenges due to his cerebral palsy, which affected his early development. As a child, Brett crawled rather than walked, and later used walkers and canes. Even then, Brett demonstrated determination, curiosity, and a powerful desire to communicate. One early moment captured Brett's spirit perfectly. Around the age of 2, he repeatedly called out to his mother and pointed toward the top of the refrigerator when Carolyn realized he was asking for a jar of peanuts and handed it to them. Brett beamed with pride. It became clear that Brett knew exactly what he wanted to express. The world simply needed to learn how to listen. Around the same time, a doctor once suggested that Brett might never learn language. Carolyn calmly signed, "Show the doctor your shoes," and Brett immediately responded by pointing to his shoes. That simple demonstration proved what his family already knew. Brett was capable, intelligent, and ready to learn. Another physician encouraged Carolyn to raise Brett like the other children in the household. With knee pads and extra socks, Brett crawled outdoors and explored the world, and he loved every second of it. These experiences helped foster Brett's independence, confidence, and adventurous spirit. While Brett attended preschool programs, Carolyn enrolled in college courses to better support him, studying American Sign Language, behavior modification, and strategy for working with children with developmental delays. Professors soon encouraged her to pursue a degree, and she went on to earn both her associate's degree and later a master's in special education, becoming a powerful advocate not only for Brett, but for many others as well.
Another story that I have, that Brett liked to go to, trying to think of the name of the fast food place.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, Dairy Queen in Ellensburg. And Brett had a 3-wheel Schwinn that I bought for him. We had a friend that even put a light on the back and a basket for him. And so Brett got home from school before I did. And one day I took Brett and Darren down to to Dairy Queen down in Ellensburg. Yeah, we went to eat. And the lady told me that I needed to pay my bill. And I said, what? She said, well, your son, he comes here and he writes down that he wants a peanut parfait. And he was doing this like a couple times a week. I knew nothing about it, nothing. And I had to tell Brett, no more. I had to pay a lot of money for those peanut parfaits. Yeah, you're going. And also Brett likes to change the subject.
Brett also had plenty of adventures growing up: swimming, sledding in the snow, hiking, four-wheelers, three-wheel bike, annual family vacations to Spectacle Lake, to Nasket, Washington, and on one occasion he rode a horse that bucked him off. Dusting himself off, Brett signed with unmistakable expression, "Stupid horse," a moment that perfectly captured his humor and his personality. In 1981, when Brett turned 18, Brett declared he was ready to live independently and moved into several different homes, gaining life experience along the way. About 1990, he decided to move back home with his mom, and then in October 1998, he was given the opportunity to become the first resident of a new supported living home through Harbor Alternative Living Association. This marked a major milestone in his life. As he embraced independence while receiving the supports he needed, he and his mother stayed connected through a TTY, a teletypewriter. It's a device that allows people who are deaf or hard of hearing to communicate by typing over the phone. This is the only place that Brett calls home, other than the one with his mom.
Brett and I really bond over sports, football, basketball. He'll sit out. My son, who was like 11 when I started here, did sports, through high school, whatever. And every day Brett would ask me how he did, what he did, how, you know what I mean? So and when I come to work now, my son's now grown and off doing his own thing, but he'll ask me all the time, how's your son? It's just, but Brett has got such a big heart and is really concerned about everybody around him.
That's the environment that we promote here, is family and a home.
Right.
This is not an institution or a facility, this is a home. So
Right.
that's what we do.
Right. And people can come and visit them here.
Yes.
And I think you were telling me that you have parties here.
Oh yes, we're going to have a Super Bowl party on Sunday. Go Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll be having a Valentine's party. They have a big dance coming up. So yeah, lots and lots of fun things.
Nice, nice. So he's kept pretty active.
Yes, very active. He goes swimming every week. He works at Quilt Harbor, makes some beautiful quilts. And he swims every week, so he's very active. He likes to go out and do things.
Brett has always enjoyed helping and working. From painting his mom's outdoor furniture to working at the recycling center, his strong work ethic and willingness to contribute were evident early on. With the support of his job coach, Debbie Harders, Brett discovered his true niche when she helped him secure a position at Quilt Harbor, an opportunity that allowed his talents, creativity, and dedication to shine. At Quilt Harbor, Brett has mastered advanced sewing techniques. Using American Sign Language along with a whiteboard, he communicates effectively and works collaboratively with his team. His relationship with owners Sue and Ken has grown into a genuine friendship built on mutual respect.
Met Brett in February of 2011, and I had no clue that I'd be working with him when I met him, but the director at ARC introduced him to us for helping me with some upholstery fabrics. And as he was, at that point, he had wrist crutches. He's totally deaf, but I thought he can't be standing on his feet doing what I'm needing him to do with this. But so I took him to him, and he did some of that sitting down. But as I watched him, I thought, I think he could sew. I have this machine that's push button start, not a foot pedal. And so he made a quilt in about a month or so, and it helped him. I do all the cutting, but he does all the straight sewing for me. And I know this means straight, and stop saves him from hurting his fingers. But it has been a delight working with Brett for 15 years in February. And it was in April 2011, Debbie came and said, would you like to hire Brett? And I had never thought of what, yes. So Brett has helped me make so many projects for donation quilts to a lot of organizations, Habitat and the Senior Center in Montesano, different ones that I've helped as fundraisers. And it's just, I can't see me not having him here. It's been fun. We laugh, and we have what we call a boogie board because I don't know sign language. I know stop, which has saved him many times, and me too. But and we are ahead, so it's been a delight having him.
It's boogie board. So Brett is deaf, and which can make typical communication difficult, but it's just like a little tablet, and so you can say whatever you want. Hello, and so you get that, and then you just click this little button, boop, and it erases.
With the long arm, the pictures of him, I have to help hold and do the design because he wants to go too fast. But he loves doing that, and so he works 2 hours on Fridays for me, and then I give him 2 hours of my time, and we have made, in the last 5 years, at least 9 quilts for his family and 3 for himself. At least, maybe it's a dozen now. We've done a lot of quilts in that he keeps for himself, and he just loves that he's doing all of it. So it's been special, very special.
They often invite Brett to create quilts for community causes, and he proudly donates his work to nonprofits and fundraisers, showing how Brett gives back through his creativity and generosity. When the pandemic temporarily paused his work, Brett stayed motivated by practicing at home and maintaining his routine. Since returning, he continues to improve his precision sewing and even learned to operate machines using the elbow when needed, proof of Brett's determination, adaptability, and lifelong love of learning. Today, Brett lives a life full of purpose, creativity, and connection. He enjoys his peaceful home, structured routine, 2 beloved cats, and the relationships he has built across his community. With the continued support of family and friends, employers, and his dedicated team, Brett remains a powerful example of how inclusion, perseverance, and compassion create a life filled with joy. I'm not sure how to introduce the next guy. His name is Zane. I met Zane at the YMCA of Grays Harbor, and I'm telling you right now, what a great guy. Once he knows your name, that's it. He knows your name. And he is an amazing guy. You're going to love his humor. You're going to love his enthusiasm. And I'll tell you what, he is inspirational. Wait till the end of the video. You're going to go, what? And you'll walk away going, yeah, life is good. Here's Zane. Born in 1975, Zane was blessed with amazing parents who raised him to be the kind, positive, and appreciative person he is today. To know Zane is to feel truly cared for. His warm smile and joyful energy have a way of lifting the spirits of everyone around him.
My name is John Zane Echo. I am from the Grace Harbor area, born and raised. I was born December 19, 1975 here in Grace Harbor. I have an older sister, Amy, who is Amy Kathleen Echo Morgan. And I have a mom and dad who is John and Kathy Echo, who lives in Elma. So let me tell you about my story. I was born with a type of disability with a cerebral palsy. I had not enough oxygen when I was born. The doctor said to my parents that no matter what, he will grow up to be a fine human being with a disability because of my parents. They said they never gave it up on me because I have a disability. They want the very best of my life because they cared about me a lot.
Through his supported individualized employment services with Coastal Community Action Program, Zane gave back to his community by volunteering with Habitat for Humanity, the Aberdeen Senior Center, and the Driftwood Playhouse. There, he built strong soft skills and showcased his reliability, positivity, and commitment to helping others. Those volunteer experiences opened the door to paid employment with Beyond Survival, where he's valued by his coworkers and the staff are always happy to see him walk through the door. He brings reliability, humor, and a strong work ethic to everything he does, taking pride in being part of a team that makes a difference. Zane has always been active in his community, participating in Special Olympics and other local events with his family and friends. Through community inclusion services with CAP, Zane continues to build and strengthen friendships and explore new interests. He enjoys participating in ArchAQX projects, YMCA weightlifting, basketball, water aerobics, and his favorite, the Sit and Be Fit class. Zane is also a passionate self-advocate. He was an active member of People First and played an instrumental role in helping pass the People First language legislation, a major step forward in promoting respect and dignity for people with disabilities.
Within the school district, I was at Stevens School, then I was at A. Young School, then I was at AJS and middle junior, and then I graduated the class of 95 at the Aberdeen High School. So that's what I was a good student all through grade school and then the high school. So my mom and dad were so proud that I continued with my life. And then when I graduated from Aberdeen High School, I went into Timberland Opportunities, and then I was living at the Aberdeen Manor for 25 years. And then I moved into this wonderful house at March 13, 2005. And I am so grateful to move into this wonderful place because my mom and dad, I was ready to move on from Aberdeen Manor to move to the Arch House because I wanted more individual kind of stuff in my life.
Zane proudly calls it his forever family, and his happiness is contagious. He enjoys meals and laughter with his roommates and takes walks to stay active and healthy. Recently, Zane attended his Aberdeen High School class reunion, where his classmates were thrilled to see him. He shared stories, laughter, and memories, another example of the strong friendships and deep connections that continue to enrich his life. People who have known Zane throughout his life often describe the same thing: his kind heart, his joyful spirit, and the way he makes others feel valued. Jerry Sahlstrom, his former school principal, said this: "When I was asked how I would describe Zane, my first thought was Zane is Zane. Straightforward, no pretense, authentic, and caring, I've known Zane's parents since I first started teaching at Miller Junior High in 1969. Later, I got to know Zane as one of my 7th graders during my first year as principal at Miller. I remember times when I was headed down the hall to take care of something, and in junior high, there's always something that needs attention. I would see Zane. As I stopped briefly to ask him how he was doing, I always got a smile and a hug. Just that brief interaction gave me more positive feeling as I went in to deal with whatever I had to do. After he left Miller for high school, I hadn't seen him much until last summer when I attended the 30th reunion of his class of 1995. He gave me the biggest hug ever, and talking with him took me back 30 years. He has the ability to make the people in his life feel good. So how would I describe Zane? Zane is a role model for how we should regard and treat each other. After 57 years as an educator, I know that I have learned as much from my students as they've learned from me. Zane is certainly one of my student mentors. His very nature reminds us that the most important quality we share is the difference we make in each other's lives. Zane has a gift for doing just that for all who have the good fortune to know him. Jamie Brewer said, "The thing I remember most about Zane in high school is that he always had a smile on his face. You could always count on him being so happy. When I saw him last summer at our high school reunion, that had not changed. He was so full of joy and smiles. Being around him just makes everyone's day so much better." One of his classmates, Ann Mars, said, "I remember he was one of the sweetest in high school and always seemed to care if he saw you were hurting." Heather Gibbons said, "I first met Zane in Miller Junior High School. Always smiling and saying hi. I have 4 brothers with disabilities, so I knew of Zane from events and other outings. Back in the 1980s and the 1990s, Aberdeen had a wonderful program for students with special needs, all thanks to parents and amazing teachers, helping to create a very helpful resource special education program. I also had Zane's dad for a teacher. It seems Zane was a quite popular student. He truly has been kind, smiling, and very special in our hearts. He never forgets a name or a face or a person. Recently, Zane attended our 30th high school reunion. Sure enough, he remembered practically all of us. Zane has his shining light that literally lights up a room. I'm so proud of Zane and how much he's thrived and lived his life. That is one thing about him, and so many others who are special. They are happy, and they live each day fully. Congrats, Zane, on being recognized. You deserve to be the star. Can't wait to dance with you again. Keep smiling and sharing your shining star." What makes Zane's story truly special is how deeply he's embraced by his community. Not just as a participant, but a friend, neighbor, and valued community member. He's celebrated not only for what he does, but for who he is, kind, enthusiastic, and full of life. Zane's journey is a beautiful reminder that with love, opportunity, and belonging, every person can live their best life, making a difference simply by being themselves.
Don't ever give up on anything. Don't ever give up on your dreams, because that is important for you who is watching this video. Do not give up on your dreams. No matter what is going on, do not give up on your dreams, because if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in yourself with the person with a disability. Do not give up on anything you're doing, anything in what's been going on.
When I went over to Rosalia's house to interview her and her mother, I wasn't prepared for the jovial, fun person that I got to meet. You're going to really like her story. She's an amazing person. You've seen her around town, but you probably don't know what her life is all about. It's pretty cool. So here you go, Rosalia. Meet Rosalia, a vibrant, determined, and joyful woman whose beautiful smile and kind heart brighten every space she enters. Born in April 1992, Rosalia lives in a loving and supportive home with her devoted parents, who have always believed in her limitless potential. Together, they created an environment filled with encouragement, laughter, and belonging. a home where Rosalia is not only cared for, but celebrated for exactly who she is.
She started school at age 1 at Aberdeen High School at the co-op preschool they had there, and then went to Hopkins for her second year. She was there. Then we transferred her out to Ocean Shores where we lived. She went to Ocean Shores Elementary through 5th grade, and went to North Beach Middle School for 6th grade, and then we moved into Aberdeen, and she finished her education at Aberdeen High School, exiting at 21. Pretty much a typical kid. When she was young, she used to crawl around on the floor. She has an older sister, Jo, who would put her in her sweatpants and walk around the house with her. Yep. But things were limited on what we could do. We've had multiple trips to Disneyland because it's one of her favorite places.
Wow.
Until she turned 21 and got the casino in her blood. We went to a lot of sports events that her sister was involved in, and growing up and those type of things. But
good evening, everyone. My name's Don, and I'm Rosalia's uncle, her mom Carolyn's older brother. And it's an honor to say a few words tonight about two extraordinary people. When Rosalia was born, the experts had plenty to say. They had charts, predictions, and timelines about what her life might look like. But they overlooked something that never appears on a chart. They didn't account for her mother. While doctors talked about limitations, my sister saw something else. She saw her daughter. And from that moment on, her mission was simple. Make sure Rosalia lived as full a life as possible. If she experienced a closed door, she'd knock. If it stayed closed, she'd push. And if that didn't work, well, she'd find another door. For 34 years, she has done exactly that, advocating, organizing, encouraging, and fighting for opportunities so Rosalia could be a part of everything life has to offer.
Their unwavering support has shaped her path, ensuring she has access to opportunities that allow her to live her best life each and every day. Rosalia has utilized Coastal Community Action Program for her individualized support employment services, which helped her explore career interests, build valuable skills, and make meaningful connections within her community. Through these services, she gained hands-on experience in several volunteer positions. At West Haven Villa, she carefully filled sugar dishes for residents and staff. As part of CAP's safety committee, she used an iPad app to check first aid kits, restock supplies, and participate in safety inspection and fire extinguisher checks, all with impressive independence. Her comfort with technology opened new opportunities for communication and growth, inspiring her team to keep finding creative ways to support her success. Rosalia also volunteered with the Ark of Grace Harbor, where she shredded paper and quickly became part of the friendly, bustling office environment. Her contagious smile, positive attitude, and strong work ethic made her a joy to work alongside. Even when tasks were physically challenging, she approached them with patience, determination, and pride. Whether wrapping silverware, filling salt and pepper shakers, or restocking supplies, Rosalia consistently put her heart into everything she did. With the combined guidance of CAP and the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, Rosalia achieved a major milestone by securing part-time employment at Mazatlan Restaurant in Aberdeen. There, she takes great pride in responsibilities such as cleaning menus and refilling condiments, contributing meaningfully to the team. Although she experienced a break in employment during the pandemic, she has now been back for over a year. Her employer frequently praises her hard work and often tells her how much he appreciates her. Rosalia has also grown tremendously in her social interactions. Where she once hesitated to greet others, she now cheerfully says hello to her coworkers and enjoys being part of the workplace community. Her current goals: continuing to build communication and independence at work. She's already reached key milestones: independently riding the bus, delivering menus with confidence, and adapting to changes with increasing resilience. Beyond work, Rosalia is thriving in her community inclusion services with CAP. Her interests are as diverse as her personality. She loves music, bowling, basketball, baseball, camping, sleepovers, eating out, and watching TV. She's also a proud Special Olympics participant, finding joy in teamwork, sportsmanship, and personal achievement. Bowling, her favorite sport, brings her immense pride and connection with peers who cheer one another on with genuine enthusiasm. A key part of Rosalia's weekly routine includes outings with Stephanie, who supports her in exploring her community and pursuing her interests. Together, they enjoy regular visits to the Hoquiam Library, where Rosalia checks out books, interacts with patrons, and participates in activities that foster independence and social engagement. Their weekly trips to her art class have also become one of her greatest joys. Through Art HQX, she's discovered a passion for creativity, painting, building, and crafting imaginative projects such as foam flower swords and colorful stamp art. Rosalia approaches each artistic activity with enthusiasm, pride, and a growing sense of confidence. Over time, she has formed meaningful friendship with her art peers and the people she sees at the library, expanding her sense of belonging within her community. Family remains central in Rosalia's life. Coming from a large and loving family, she cherishes every moment she gets to spend with them. She was especially close with her grandparents, relationships that continue to hold a special place in her heart. She absolutely adores her nieces and nephews and lights up with excitement whenever she has a chance to spend time with them. Her love for family shines brightly in everything she does. Outside of her structured activities, Rosalia enjoys life's simple pleasures. Going to the casino, catching a movie, spending time with friends, and taking drives to enjoy a change of scenery. At home, she often relaxes with her iPad, content and happy in her own space. Today, Rosalia continues to flourish at Mazatlan Restaurant, where she's treated with kindness and respect. The warmth her coworkers show her and the way they welcome her family when they visit reflects the positive relationship she has built. Rosalia's joy, compassion, and determination leave a lasting impact everywhere she goes. She inspires her family, her support team, her coworkers, and her community with her bright smile and her ever-growing spirit of inclusion. Way to go, Rosalia! I've known Scott for a long time, but I had no idea I was going to be doing a video on him. I shop over at the Southside Swanson store when I get off work at the radio station, and Scott has been there many, many times. You're going to love his story. He owns his own home, he's very faithful, and he's a hard worker. Here's a video for Scott. Every person has a story. A story shaped by family, determination, and the moments that define who we become. When Floyd Mullins, Scott's job coach, asked if he would be willing to share his story, Scott didn't hesitate. He immediately said yes, not because he wanted attention, but because he hoped that his experiences might help others. Scott believes that when people see what's possible with support, routine, and determination, it can make their own path feel a little easier. If his journey can inspire even one person to believe in themselves, then sharing his story is worth it. And Scott's story is a powerful one.
Yeah, Rick texted me about this whole thing, and then he gave me a letter of what's going to happen and everything, and he said, well, you could do it if you want to or not do it. And I said, okay, I do it. I have been on a big journey of what
Scott grew up in a close-knit, supportive family with caring parents, 4 brothers and a sister. He was surrounded by encouragement, structure, and strong values from the very beginning. Those early years helped shape the man he is today. Loyal, responsible, hardworking, and deeply connected to the people he loves. Family has always been Scott's foundation. It's the place where he finds strength, support, and purpose. And nowhere is it more visible than his relationship that he has with his daughter. One of the roles Scott values most in life is being a father. When he talks about his daughter Julianne, his pride shines through. He loves sharing stories about her achievements and awards she earns, her strong grades, and bright future ahead of her, including her graduation next year. For Scott, being her dad isn't just important, it's one of the greatest joys of his life. Julianne describes her father this way: "All throughout my life, my father, Scott, has been a hard worker and has always been loyal to everyone, even when life gets rough. He keeps a positive attitude and brightens people's day just by being there." Some of my favorite memories are when he taught me how to play checkers, cards, and basketball in the alley. He's always been someone I look up to, and always will be. Together, they enjoy simple moments that matter most: riding bikes around town, going to the movies, visiting the beach, and cheering on their favorite football team. Because in Scott's family, being Seattle Seahawks fans is more than just watching football. It's something they share together year after year. Family isn't just part of Scott's life, it's the thread that runs through it. Scott believes strongly in hard work and earning his way. Over the years, he's worked for many different employers, including LeMay Recycling, Les Schwab, Finish Line, Hot Rod Alley, Pasha Automotive Services, and others. Each job helped build experience, confidence, and pride. Since beginning employment supports in 2012, Scott has remained committed to working 3 to 4 shifts a week. He values his schedule of about 20 hours and takes real pride in contributing to his workplace. Today, Scott has been working at Swanson's for 13 years. His employer services coordinator, Shauna Myers, from Coastal Community Action Program, remembers the moment everything changed. She recalls placing Scott in several positions over the years before he went through a time without employment. She told him, "We're not calling it quits today until you have a job." And they didn't. The same day, Scott was hired at Swanson's and has been happily employed there ever since. In his earlier days on the job, Scott even operated the baler, something that made Shauna a little nervous. But Scott handled it with confidence and capability. It was a moment that showed just how determined and capable he truly is. Scott has built a life that reflects independence and responsibility. He uses public transportation to get to work on his own, manages his monthly Social Security pay stubs, and keeps track of important responsibilities with minimal support. One of his proudest accomplishments is owning his own home. Myrna, the manager at Swanson's, said this: "Scott Olson has been employed here at Swanson's for over 10 years. Over the 10 years, Scott has been a great asset to the team. He has many great qualities, like being honest, reliable, and a great friend. Scott is great at his job. He goes above and beyond to accomplish all his daily tasks and is always willing to do other things around the store." Scary story at the time it happened, but now it's funny. This story shows that we know Scott is reliable and would not miss work when scheduled. One day, Scott was scheduled to work at 12 o'clock. He usually gets to work 20 to 15 minutes early. As 12 o'clock got closer, I had not seen him. I waited until 12 to call him. His phone would ring and then went to voicemail. This was very unusual for Scott. So after an hour of trying to get in contact with him, I called the non-emergency number and asked for a welfare check. I explained what was going on, and they sent an officer, who was a regular Swanson's customer, to his home, and Scott was not there. I even called nearby hospitals. The next day, he was scheduled to work, and we eagerly were hoping that he would show up, and lo and behold, Scott comes walking in. We were all relieved that he was okay, and I asked him, "Scott, what happened yesterday? I sent out a search party for you." His response was, "Oh, I was with my brother. Why?" After my explanation, he told me he had changed his phone number and had his schedule all mixed up. Now we laugh about it, and occasionally I give him a hard time for having to send out a search party.
I schedule my own appointments and everything. Keep my appointments on a calendar, write them down, and this time I go to my appointments and everything. Like I said, I went to my appointment yesterday. I own it. Oh yeah.
You own your own home.
Yeah.
How great is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Then she found the cells. Well, she called me up from work, my mom did, and she said, "Well, I think I found a house for you." So I came here after work, and seen the house and everything, went through it, and I told the realtor it's a nice house, I'd take it. And I moved in the next day.
For Scott, the home represents more than a place to live. It represents the independence and stability he has worked so hard to achieve. It's proof that dedication and determination can create a life filled with opportunity. Outside of work, Scott enjoys staying active and having fun. He likes listening to music, watching television, and playing video games, especially football and basketball on his Xbox. One of his favorite activities is riding his bike around town, especially when his daughter rides alongside him. He also likes going to the movies and spending time at the beach. Scott appreciates routine and structure. Staying busy and having purpose in his day gives him a strong sense of balance and fulfillment. Scott's journey is a story of steady growth, resilience, and pride. It's a story about power of family, the value of hard work, and the confidence that comes from building a life step by step. Through every stage of life, Scott has continued moving forward with determination and heart. Today, he's living a life that reflects everything he values most: family, independence, purpose, and perseverance. And by sharing his story, Scott hopes others will see something important. With support, determination, and belief in yourself, meaningful goals are possible. And every step forward, no matter how small, can lead to a life you're proud to call your own. We're going to wrap things up tonight with a gentleman named Daniel. You probably know him. If you've been to Safeway, he's been there for many, many years, working very hard. He's got a great sense of humor. He's fun to be around, and he's very inspiring. I think you're going to enjoy this. And thank you again for coming tonight. When we're done, we're going to roll the credits. Make sure you stay for the credits. And then we're going to honor all of these folks with an award. So here you go. Here's a video about Daniel. Born in October 1983, Daniel has built a life of purpose, connection, and growth. His living arrangements have evolved over the years, from sharing a home with his wonderful parents, Jerry and Mindy, to living with his sister and her family, and now finding his independence and community at the Ark of Grace Harbor's adult family home. Through each transition, Daniel has embraced change with resilience and optimism, continuing to grow into the strong, independent, and driven person that he is today. Relationships mean everything to Daniel. He's a proud uncle and a devoted brother and son.
Well, initially it was one doctor said, yes, he does, and has Down syndrome, and one said, no, I don't think so, and one said, well, maybe. And so there was just some not knowing to start with. Of course, then he was sent off to Coma General for a while, and so the whole thing shifted from the Down syndrome thing just to survival, but just overall it was just kind of not knowing. I had experience with a young man with Down syndrome as I was growing up and going through school, so I kind of knew just a little bit. So it wasn't a huge crushing thing necessarily. I knew there was some opportunities there.
And what was it like for you?
I think initially I remember having a conversation with my parents while Daniel was in the hospital in Tacoma as a newborn. And I said that I hope that they would, accept him. And my mom was like, of course we accept him. And then my brother, fast forward a few weeks, my brother came to see us and to see Daniel. And he held Daniel and he said to Daniel, you can be whoever you want to be. That was such a wonderful, encouraging word coming from a family member.
Sundays are reserved for church and family, a time that grounds him in faith and connection. He values meaningful relationships and cherishes moments spent with his two nieces and nephew. Daniel finds joy in so many simple things like a meal and table games with family and friends. He can easily make a quick party of a pizza, pop, and stay-at-home night with the DVD movie and friends. These moments remind everyone around him that happiness often comes from the small, shared experiences that make life special.
I went to football games. I used to be the water boy at Augusta. It was pretty fun. My senior year.
You wrestled?
I wrestled and everything.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, make some good friends, and they take good care of me.
What year did you graduate?
2003.
How old are you, Daniel?
I'm 42 right now.
That's awesome.
I'm Jerry Spurline, Daniel's dad. Just remember that always being around, and we knew what he was doing and had an idea what was going on, but we weren't with him. He was never in my class. So he got along and did what he needed to do without having to worry about mom and dad being right there near him.
Because both of you were school teachers.
We were both school teachers at the same school, yeah.
Daniel has been a proud Safeway employee for 22 years. He began as an outstanding courtesy clerk, earning recognition as Employee of the Month in December 2017. His work ethic, reliability, and friendly nature led him to new opportunities in the deli department for 2 years before returning to his previous position, where he continues to thrive. Daniel's co-workers aren't just teammates, they're his friends who support him, bringing joy and connection to his daily routine. His commitment to quality and teamwork make him an invaluable part of the Safeway team. Even when faced with challenges, like adjusting to management changes, handling workplace stress, or learning new responsibilities, Daniel continues to show resilience, courage, and a strong desire to grow. With the steady support of his supported employer provider, which on a regular basis checked in with both Daniel and his employer, they help navigate these situations. And through encouragement from his family, Daniel has built strong self-advocacy and communication skills and takes great pride in his customer service. Outside of work, Daniel is learning the importance of fitness and health. You can find him at the YMCA, lifting weights and visiting with his Y friends. His commitment to staying active reflects his determination and love of life. Daniel is also an accomplished Special Olympics athlete, competing in flag football, softball, and basketball. Previously, he competed in swimming, handball, track, and soccer. His positive attitude, sportsmanship, and enthusiasm make him a natural teammate and leader. Acosta Wildcat sports are always his favorite. He enjoys attending many different Acosta events to cheer the athletes on. Daniel supports other local high school teams as well. Traveling semi-independently has been a fun addition to Daniel's life. He's been able to travel with groups organized and chaperoned by Trips Incorporated. Trips Incorporated is a company out of Oregon that provides travel opportunities to people of various abilities in a safe, respectful, and fun atmosphere. Some of his favorite destinations have included Hawaii, Disneyland, and Memphis.
Daniel, his whole life, has been so surrounded by loving people. This community of Grays Harbor, our church community, starting out with Our Saviors, Lutheran, but just all his life, he's been loved and supported. And we have been loved and supported as his parents. You can't go through life without those supports. Persons who don't have those, I've watched them, they have struggled so. And having a child with special needs is never easy, but it's surely way more doable when you have loving support.
Daniel is truly living his best life, working hard, staying active, building friendships, and embracing every opportunity to grow. Behind Daniel's success are family members and friends who encourage him to dream big and never give up. With their steady support and belief in his abilities, Daniel has grown into a strong, independent man who continues to inspire others through his determination and positive outlook on life.
My advice for everybody is you're not alone. Your parents might support you in everything you do and feel loved.